Audio Jungle.
Royal commentator Angel Levin has shut down Prince Harry over the Duke's bad boy streak, which the author linked back to his time at Eton College. Ms. Levin argued Harry was no using his ability to do and say what he liked outside the royal family to enjoy being naughty. She added that the Duke of Sussex was also motivated by a need to be more important than his brother Prince William. Ms. Levin told Talk Radio, when he was at Eton, he hated being there and he decided he was going to be with the bad boys. I think Harry has got this streak, a lot of us have, but we put it to one side of being bad and showing up. But I think he is also wanting to be more important than William. So he's got the ability now to say and do things that he could probably never do before. And he is enjoying being naughty, she added. It comes as Harry suffered a brutal backlash over using a private jet to travel around despite his public eco-campaigning. The Mail has reported that the Duke opted to take a £45 million private jet back home to Santa Barbara, California from Aspen in Colorado this week. This led GB News host Mark Dolan to argue, "It is almost like this couple say one thing and do another. I thought the Hollywood wing of the royal family were really worried about global warming? But Harry has landed in Santa Barbara after taking his millionaire friend's private jet home, just months after lecturing us all about climate change." The campaigning royal boarded the 20-seater, £45 million plane from a polo match in Aspen, Colorado to his home in Santa Barbara, California. Dolan's GB News colleague Dan Wooden added on Twitter, "You couldn't make it up. Fake eco-warrior Prince Harry takes yet another private jet flight, this time to go to a posh polo match. Just remember, this is a bloke hectoring us all about air travel. Given his actions, he should be roundly ignored. Harry has been a vocal advocate for tackling climate change." The Duke told Oprah Winfrey on Apple TV earlier this year that the climate crisis was the most pressing issues we are facing. Harry told the US chat show host, "With kids growing up in today's world, pretty depressing, right? Depending on where you live, your home country is either on fire, it's either underwater, houses or forests are being flattened." Over the weekend a new and very curious royal gift emerged, with the Daily Mail's Richard Eden revealing that William and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, have given Prince Harry's Invictus Games Foundation more than $1 million. Eden reports that in 2020, the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge transferred £560,984, or $1.07 million, to Invictus, the charity that Harry founded to support veterans. In fact, thanks to the Cambridge's large S, Invictus pulled in $3.37 million last year, a very tidy improvement over 2019 when that figure was barely $2 million. Now, this is quite the turn-up for the books, given that Harry and his wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, have spent much of this year indulging in a lot of highly public kvetching about just how wretched royal life supposedly was. In March, they popped up on global TV screens to allege the firm acted with a callousness bordering on outright cruelty in regards to Meghan's mental health, along with raising claims of institutional racism. In mid-May, Harry appeared to criticize his father Prince Charles' parenting and said he wanted to break the cycle of pain or suffering. When his debut TV show The Me You Can't See was released later that month, accused the royal family of total neglect. Things were reportedly so strained between the two brothers that in the lead-up to Prince Philip's funeral, William requested that their cousin Peter Phillips be pressed into service and made to walk between the two princes as part of the ceremonial procession. To suggest that things between William and Harry might be frosty these days is a bit like saying the Titanic took on a spot of water. While it is not known precisely when in 2020 the cash injection was made, it still would have been after the tumultuous events of January that year, when the word Megxit lurched into the public lexicon and the dissident couple had bolted for the freedom of life in North America. Things had already careened so far off the rails by January 13 that when the Queen, Charles, William and Harry sat down for the Sandringham summit, the Duke of Cambridge was reportedly so angry with his brother he would not eat with him before the meeting. Biographer Robert Lacey wrote in his excellent Battle of Brothers that the Queen had suggested the family should gather for lunch before their big powwow in the library that afternoon, but William refused his grandmother's invitation. He would obviously turn up at 2 p.m. for the meeting, he said, but he only wanted to talk business. The prince himself has not confirmed his friend's speculation that he was so furious with his younger brother that he would not be able to endure the hypocrisy of smiling at him over lunch. Come early March 2020, when the Sussexes returned to the UK for their final series of official engagements, things had gotten so dire that when the two couple appeared in public for the final time together, it was an outing marred by sour faces and grim stoicism. Kate, who normally manages to beam her way through any event, looked so miserable one would have thought she had just found out Whistles was shutting down. And yet it is against this backdrop of so much hurt, that it turns out William and Kate made such an incredible gesture to support Harry's charitable baby. That even after quitting as working members of the royal family, even after the alleged tears, even after the brotherly fights, and even after William was reportedly left so astonished, horrified and furious when told about allegations Meghan had bullied staffers in 2018, the Duchess has strenuously denied the claims. That William and Kate would hand over so much stash is astounding, really. That even after everything they were willing to part with 7 figures to support a cause so close to Harry's heart shows such a goodness of spirit. If there is one thing this touching money move reinforces, it is that the Cambridges still seem to care deeply for the former army captain. As a courtier told Eden, Prince William and Kate always supported Harry's efforts to establish Invictus. They are delighted that it has been a success. However, not all of William's moves to look out for his younger brother have proven quite so successful. Finding Freedom, the headline-grabbing biography which told Harry and Meghan's story with a heavily sympathetic bent, claimed that one particular William intervention played a central part in their relationship fracturing so badly. Freedom's authors Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran claim that the elder prince sat the younger down for a heart-to-heart that backfired spectacularly. "Don't feel like you need to rush this," William told Harry, according to Scobie and Durand. "Take as much time as you need to get to know this girl." Harry is reported to have felt that the phrase "this girl" was snobbish, and that the conversation left Harry pissed off that his brother would ask such a thing. Which is what makes today's news so refreshing. After months, nay, years, of the William and Harry storyline being about hurt feelings and feuds, it is just so goddamn nice to have a good, heartwarming moment of generosity to write about. Given that Harry still went on to do the Oprah interview after the Cambridges donation proves a Coots check can't fix everything, but maybe sometimes money talks, and really loudly too.